question of how Pearson has impacted us is the reason I came to this reunion. We are the proof of concept. I do a lot of evaluation work, but this time I'm the one being evaluated. And I think our evaluation methodology is underdeveloped. I think I'm realizing that Pearson hit us in many different ways, and that changed directions we took in life. But many of those influences came after Pearson. Perhaps we were left with a capacity to take lessons. But one of the difficulties I see right now is, before the reunion, I went to visit my roommate from university in Vancouver, who's an outstanding researcher, who's worked in many countries, who's doing unbelievable work, and he didn't come through Pearson College. And I think we've all met and continue to work with people who we admire, who are as good or better than us, that didn't come through here. And so we have to recognize that we were just one part of a bigger system. And the challenge for me has been to think about, so where did that change happen? And I think the change happened very individually at the family level. As a Mexican, I married a Canadian. We worked and lived in 5 different countries. My kids were born in different countries. So I was very able to adapt to living in different places. I connected with alumni in different countries. But in the end, I started to recognize the importance of localization, of being able to contribute no matter where you were from. And so we decided years ago as a family to be based in one place and have our kids grow up in one place and belong to that community. So it was like a full circle coming back. I think Pearson opened the world to me. I walked into it, and then I decided to send roots in one place. And so now our kids belong to one place, but they have themselves become, I think, very respectful of other countries. So something must have been through, have come through in what we cooked or what we said or what we talked about. One of the things I do in my professional work right now is evaluate complicated things. For instance, I'm doing evaluation of capacity development of young Kenyans who live in very poor conditions. And it's very hard to evaluate how a project to help these young people works, and what is it about the project that could be expanded and so on. So because I do that type of evaluation, when I look at what does it take to evaluate the 40 years of, or the first 4 generations of Pearson College, I'm dying to find metaphors or ways to figure out what it is beyond telling the story. Because right now we have the stories of what we've done in our careers. But what I witnessed at this reunion is that we're everywhere, in every field and every sector. And we're like spores that were sent out. And what we haven't documented are the mycelia, which are those little connectors. And those connectors are probably underexploited. And maybe it's time to reconnect them, not just among ourselves, but among all the other links we have, and re-inject them with more idealism, because perhaps life has made us less idealist or more short-sighted. And so maybe it's not just a matter of reconnecting, but it's a matter of looking back after some of us, not me, but many others are maybe close to retirement, are looking for some meaning. So I'll give you an example. An Italian alumni who's not at this reunion said to me that he was about to retire, and did I know of any projects that he should go and visit in Haiti? And my first thought was, what about projects in Milan, where you live? Because we hear about all these people being displaced from Syria and North Africa who are looking for a place to be in Europe. So perhaps we have to reinvent our service now that we are able to give more.